Hey guys, this is PrimEval, and welcome back to part 11 of my Deity playthrough on a 43 civ map, a huge Earth tree start location map as the Celts. So, in the last episode, I think I was half asleep. That was probably the worst time to have a semi-alert stream since it was pretty critical. This was our opening to our war, our long anticipated war with England. And what ended up happening is we ended up trading Dublin for Hastings, which is a very bad deal, particularly since it puts us into a strategic resource penalty where our frigates now fight at, let's just do a quick mouse over, at a minus 9% penalty, which could be worse if we were playing on an older version of Civ. That would be a minus 50% penalty. So we need to retake Dublin, but more important than that, we need to take care of Elizabeth's fleet. And ideally, we'd like to use the privateer, prize ship ability, to capture as many of Elizabeth privateers and possibly ship through the lines as possible. Alright, so what else we have going on here? Everything revolved around our war with Elizabeth. We swapped some of our gold for return for a huge lump sum from her, and we were able to do that because we were just coming off of a powerful friendship. We do have one ship of the line here, which is really nice, and we were really lucky that our little plan to go into heathen conversion worked, and we picked up a whole bunch of Galeas, different barbarian Galeas here, and they've made their way back over to Edinburgh, and if we ever get our iron back, if we ever get up a bunch of money, we'll be able to upgrade those guys to frigates as well. Now, our plan for getting money, assuming we can fight our way through Elizabeth's army here, as we start capturing cities, so say Dublin, Nottingham, we'll get money from sacking those cities, and we'll also be in range to pillage some more of Elizabeth's trade routes. So hopefully that'll fuel us to the money we need for the upgrades, and then also taking back Dublin will get us the iron, and a lot of the iron deals that we had going with Germany and a few other civs scattered around, those will expire, I don't know, probably in the next 10 turns or so. They should be expiring right now, actually. And then we'll have iron for those frigates as well. So we'll try to do our best with that. Now, this turn, it looks like we're going to lose Hastings again, but we are in a position to retake it. Now, this privateer looks as though he'll need to run away. And these guys here are also in a bit of trouble, especially this privateer, since the zone of control from this ship is blocking him from retreating. So we're gonna have to meet this fleet head on and abandon this area for now. Let's see, how much movement do I have on this frigate? 6. So he's not gonna be able to contribute to this fight. I can either start weakening down these guys, these longbowmen who have already landed, or we could instead get more mileage out of that damage and shoot the embarked units, because that would deal probably, well, 96 damage, so it's unlikely that we'll one-shot that guy right now, but it's definitely possible. If we didn't have that strategic resource penalty, we'd be able to, probably be able to one-shot these units. Over here, we are not out of range. If we wanted to risk coming within range of all these privateers, we could bring all of these frigates in, and I think we will. Alright, do I want to use the Galeas as well? Yes, let's do that. Swing down to here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, 23 damage, and then does that put me into a decisive victory state? It does. Nice, we've converted one privateer there, and if I could flip another couple privateers, we could bring this guy in. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's all of the movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could drop here. We wouldn't deal enough damage. Welcome to the stream there, Matter Zero, and not your average doorstop. Okay, so I'm really worried about this privateer. He can be shot by all of these guys, so he's just dead. Blocking that area off with some of our ships isn't going to be too helpful. So I don't think there's too much more we can do. We could, if we moved this caravel over to here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we could take a couple more shots at this privateer. This isn't exactly where I want to be putting these frigates because they are in range of these longbowmen. But I'm going to do it anyways. It's only a minor victory. I went around this way, dealt damage there. We should probably just run this privateer away to heal up somewhere. Like maybe run them both over to Reykjavik and then get them to heal up. But the problem with doing that is then I'll have no one available to retake Hastings. I could bring this caravel back. It does expose my frigates to a little more danger though. This could get really, really ugly. Good morning, Joyar. Yes, yesterday's cast was a really critical episode. You can catch up on YouTube. That would be episode 10 of the series. Alright, so we'll pull these guys back to here. We'll try to get them to heal up next turn. That'll be pretty expensive. I don't think I have the gold to buy tiles to get them into healing range, but at least they're away from battle. Now, here, do I want to start damaging down these longbowmen or just take out this guy? 85. Alright, let's we'll stay out of range of these longbows and just damage the guys that we can. Okay, so that was a one-shot, that was good. If we moved in here, the hills would protect us from being shot by these longbowmen, and we could take one shot. Oh. Well, there's a Glias here. That's not exactly healthy for us. Well, let's have a look at what else is happening. Ooh, double Glias. We should probably run away with this guy as well then. The Glias only have 4 movement, so that should leave this guy safe. Joryar is testing if my relaxed style of play, not to mention the nice nature sounds that I have going in the background, are good for a hangover. On the scale of how calmly I speak, I'd say that my live shows generally have more energy than my older shows that were recorded, just me speaking to my monitor. So, I don't know. Hopefully, my current level of speech is also not particularly disruptive to your hangover recovery. And we have even more Glias to convert here, which is absolutely fantastic. Okay, so how many free Glias have we got? There's 4 here, or soon to be 4, and then this guy here, these guys here. So we've got at least 7 free Glias out of this deal, which is pretty awesome. We probably want to leave this guy here, but let's travel back in a pack. So while we're here, we may as well gain some experience. These Glias can turn on their former barbarian comrades. Seems a little cruel, but we're going to get them to demonstrate their loyalty. And which way do we want to go here? Up and around, maybe? Okay, heathen converted, excellent, and that is the turn. We're going to lose Hastings, which is fine. What I'm more worried about is losing this fleet here, but there's nothing I can do about that at this stage. And Edinburgh is starving. We don't really want that to happen. We'll go default, reset tiles, Okay, so not starving. That's good. And what's happening over here? That's also reasonable. Alright, so next turn then. Also, I generally like to do an audio check. Wait, we've got a... before I actually start streaming. But if those of you in chat could let me know if everything is coming through as expected, you can hear my voice just fine, the levels are balanced, and I don't sound unusual, that would go a long way to making me feel like we are up and running properly here. Alright, so we lost at least one privateer. Looks like it was two. Thanks, not your average doorstop, for letting me know that the sound is fine. And Gustav. Yes, let's work together. I want to keep that friendship going. So we lost two privateers there, and almost lost one of our frigates. So that wasn't great. Let's set the stage a little more. So the Deity AI can buy units for half the price that we can. It can build the units in at twice the speed that we can. And so all things being equal, they should have double units we do. But not only that, because of all their other advantages, they'll also have higher production and more gold. Which means that we need to beat them really efficiently. We need to kill, say, 3 units for every unit that we lose. Which sounds pretty difficult, except when you remember that the AI is not as good at combat as it could be, and certainly not as good as a human player. So that's what we're up against right now. Dr. Scratch, Levitate J, Fire Drandon, thanks for letting me know that the audio is fine. And open borders, we can keep on accepting the gold per turn off of that. Right now we're running a deficit, but if we can get another trade route going, the western coast is looking fairly safe, so we could definitely run some trade routes there. We did lose Hastings, and we spawned a Great Admiral. Alright, so this is also going to be pretty important. We'll want to think about these moves since we won't be able to take them back. How far can this guy sail? Not far enough to deal any damage. This guy can capture a privateer here, which we'll definitely go and do. Or just kill that privateer. It'd be nice if we get a capture in. This guy definitely needs to retreat or take an instant heal. We'll take the instant heal here. Now getting over to the +1 range on these frigates is going to be really important. But even more important is having them not die. So we'll do that. Now, if I wanted to break zone of control, the best way to do that would be by converting this privateer. Unfortunately, I don't think I have any 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I don't have anyone within range to do that. So these guys will just have to take their shots. We'll want to back away from these guys. Doesn't look like our fleet is in position to deal the damage we need to Hastings right now. At least those Goliaths have backed off. At least so far as we can tell. And can we... We can't. Did we end up denouncing these guys? We spied on them, yes. We've denounced the same leaders. Let's see, can I get open borders? Not even... Okay, so we're not friends, so we can't do that. We could swap some of our luxury resources. Let's see... we do have a bunch of happiness here. Of the luxuries we're most at risk of losing, it would probably be the copper. So let's sell the copper to one of our friends here.
Saludos. see.
And let's see if we can get a declaration of friendship going with the Netherlands here again. It seems unlikely. Especially, you know, like, what's my spy steal time on that? 5 turns. Because I want open borders. I want my Galeas to sail around and join the fight. So, open borders for open borders. I don't have any gold per turn to sweeten that deal with. What if I offered a defensive pact? Okay, let's see. Discuss, shall we make a joint declaration of friendship? Perhaps another time. This is something we should have tried to iron out before we declared war, because I think the Netherlands and England are a little close. We could trade one of our luxuries for gold per turn, but when we, although we might be getting a little ahead of ourselves here, when we capture some of those English cities, we're going to need those luxuries to offset the unhappiness. So selling down our luxuries right now isn't really something I want to do. Alright, well, let's just... They'll probably ask if we want to go to war with him, but let's push those Galeas there to the border in anticipation of open borders. And we will need to sail all the way down here. Alright, so, no other targets. We'll start shooting down Hastings. The Caravel is within range to retake Hastings, and that'll have the side benefit of killing that longswordsman. So let's see what kind of damage we can deal here. I'm not in a rush to take these. Taking down the privateers is going to be really important. But taking back Hastings would be nice as well. Now we definitely need to shave off a few more of these privateers. So that's 20 versus 34 versus 29 and 18. This guy can take a naval bonus. We can kill this guy without any trouble. And we should pull back, maybe hide behind this hill so that these longbowmen can't hit me quite as easily. Move over to, say, here. Kill that guy. Now this guy can run away. Hopefully where he can't be hit by longbowmen. Maybe take a shot at Hastings. And then let these ships protect us from the privateers. Let's see. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, with a zone of control here, we might be safe from that privateer if we go here. This is when we leave these guys to blockade the area. Alright, let's risk taking a shot at Hastings here. And actually, we could retake the city right now. But we would leave ourselves vulnerable to these 3 privateers, which could be a really bad move here. Let's get over to here. Take a shot at Hastings. I think we should be able to take this with the Caravel. We would definitely be able to do it if it was a privateer. Alright, so get a puppet. Get this guy back. He, or she, Elizabeth, doesn't have a capture unit within range apart from these privateers. This is an important consideration because we just spawned a Great Admiral. Great Admirals, this is a somewhat recent addition to the game, maybe in the past year or so, have a new ability called Move to New Port. And this is something they added to get around the annoyance when your Great Admiral spawns in a very, very small body of water. And so this lets you teleport the Admiral to any other coastal city that you own. Now, teleporting to Hastings would be great because it would drop him right into the center of action. The danger here is that if we lose Hastings, we lose our Great Admiral, and he could be really important for us. He would get these privateers back into fighting form right away with his fleet repair. We'd repair the ship of the line, these frigates. So, it's these privateers I have to worry about. You could beat this zone of control. I think we're safe to port change here. what about the embarked English scout? So this is a Spanish scout. I can definitely understand your confusion, Nudnik 101. The colors are quite close. That's a Spanish scout. So we're blockading Hastings pretty well now. I think we can get away with doing the port change to Hastings. It is a risky move. Now, my other question is, can I risk, it'd be safer if we brought more ships in here. But they would also be at risk of being shot down by these longbowmen. Let's switch that over to strategic view. So there's a hill here, which is blocking this guy from shooting. This guy can shoot us if we come in here. So we'll be able to be shot at by 2 longbowmen, which is not great. Wait, no, the city is on a hill. He can't shoot through that city, so we'll only have the 1 longbowman who can shoot us. Alright, let's get in here right now and deal some damage to this longbowman and make Hastings a little safer, and then we'll do a really risky move, which is to bring our Great Admiral in right now. So move to Newport, Hastings. Yes, this could be a huge mistake. I'm hoping it isn't, but it could be. And we want to leave these guys here. We did get some money by selling our copper. Let's, just in case this Admiral thing doesn't work, do we want to spend the money to leave a little small area where we can heal up here? That'll be, well, let's see how much it's going to cost. 90, 155, no, that's way too expensive. Alright, so we wasted $90 there. I was hoping it might be a little cheaper, like 90, 90, 90, although it never happens. The outer ring is going to be more expensive. We could have made a nice pad of our own territory and had these guys heal up for a turn. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get them a little closer. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are out of range of these privateers. We're not out of range of this caravel, though. Caravels have how much movement? They have, I think they have 6 movement as well. Let's go check that in the Cyclopedia. Movement is 4. England has the Great Lighthouse and probably has the navigation or the exploration opener. So they'll have 6 there as well. I think we need to keep these guys where they are. Actually, these privateers have 10 movement, so our privateers are not safe wherever they are. We just don't want them to be within range of the Deity sight range. So maybe if we hid them over here, perhaps. I want them to be closer so that next turn, when I do the fleet repair, they'll still be relevant and able to make some trouble for us. Maybe if we hid them back here instead. This guy's got how much movement? 8 movement. Okay. So Elizabeth has the amazing navy. She can be pretty much wherever she wants to be. Hopefully she'll want to attack Hastings and not my privateers. Let's just drop them in over here and hope for the best. Against a human, this would be a really bad plan. But hopefully, well, drop one over here and then one, say, over here. We've got another conversion to do. The AI is doing a really good job at clearing out these camps, so I think our hopes for getting an even larger navy, well, the chances of that are diminishing. So while we're here, let's keep on dealing damage and gaining experience. We'll come through as a group. And trade here. Swap embassies with Persia. Swing over this way. We don't have the money to pay them for open borders, which means that's the end of our Indian Ocean exploration. Let's swing over towards Africa. And with this guy, I think we're going to try... Oh, okay, so it looks like we've reached the end of Asia here. We're getting close to North America. What area is this? Something important for various historical conflicts between China and Russia, I'm sure. Alright, borders have grown thanks to our gold purchase. Bismarck. Isabel has made peace with Maria, being Portugal conflict completed. Our research agreement, and we lost 2 privateers here. We've got a couple more over here who hopefully will be able to fleet repair next turn, but this could all go very, very wrong. So, let's find out. But England decided to retreat their fleet, which is really nice for us. They pulled them back into back towards defending Hastings or retaking Hastings, but from this angle. And good, yes, we'll definitely cancel those deals. But perhaps there's something else that Germany might be interested in. Nothing here. We could try to trigger some We Love the King days. If we come across someone with gems, we might do a luxury swap with them. We are currently massively oversupply, 11 oversupply thanks to heathen conversion. So we need to capture some more cities to get our production back online. JSPeeves19 asks how we've been converting barbs with our missionary. We took the, what is it even called? The Reformation belief, heathen conversion, which you can access through the piety tree. And I'll quickly show that screen once it's our turn again. So we still have Hastings. Elizabeth doesn't have a capture unit, and she withdrew the privateers that were really threatening us. So, moving our Great Admiral in was a risk, but it's going to pay off. We're going to totally rejuvenate our fleet, and then we're going to push on Hastings and capture some more of Elizabeth's privateers. Wow, and since Hastings is at only a single population, we get it out of resistance right away, and we get to do a ranged attack. So, the longswordsman is not within range. We'll go take a shot at that privateer. And so we got heathen conversion out of a Reformation belief. We have the Reformation belief heathen conversion, which if I bring up my religion, we should be able to show that. Reformation, heathen conversion, missionaries convert adjacent barbarians to our civilization. And so that, the way we're using it, is very much like the old Ottoman ability, Barbary Corsairs, where they could insta-convert barbarian naval units that they went beside. Now, the missionary is a little more flexible. He can or she can also convert any barbarian unit, land unit, etc. The problem with doing that is they might not have embarkation, so we might not be able to make good use of any land-based barbarian troops that we convert. Well, the scout might be in trouble. Now, I really want to open borders with William here. I have my spy there, so I can't click on that city for the Diplo screen. Trade, open borders for open borders, we'll make this deal work. Iron and silver. Can I... I would like to get gold per turn from somewhere. Taking Hastings could unlock the crab for us, but we're not going to be able to harvest that safely until we deal with all of England's army. So I am going to need this happiness for a while, but open borders would let me bring all of these other troops to bear. Let's see. Sweden. Maybe I'll sell something to Sweden. Luxury resources, silver for 240, 209, and 1. Wait, so gold per turn. Even if I get 1 or 2 gold per turn from Sweden, that's not going to help me because that'll just reduce my deficit to minus 18. Alright, so selling luxuries isn't going to get me the gold per turn, which I could use to bribe William into giving me open borders. We're going to have to wait a little longer on that then. So these guys are just going to have to wait here, which is unfortunate. Maybe we can sail down here a little and get a little more. Ooh, that would be nice. Okay, so this galleass is going to intercept this English cargo ship. That's going to get me some nice bit of money. And we may as well sail all the way forward, closer to our borders. And let's see if we can spot any other cargo ship routes that we could pillage later. Alright, let's just bring these guys here for a little more intel. Now, for the fleet repair, where do I want to do this? I definitely want to capture another privateer. So, we'll deal damage here. How many? I can heal up to 7 ships if I group them together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With this guy being the 7th. Alright, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or we could heal up the Caravel instead. Okay, so we'll move this guy out of the way. Or, no, okay. We won't worry about healing the Caravel. We'll worry about healing these other guys. That's just a minor victory. It would seem 1, 2, 3, 4. And swing over to here. We could also pay to upgrade this guy, which also seems like a wise move. Okay, well, we'll bring this guy here and we'll upgrade one of the other galleass. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring him to here. Take a shot, hopefully without killing him, and then we can capture him with this privateer. Or not. Okay. So it is, we only have a certain percentage chance of actually capturing a ship there. Which means I'm not going to be able to heal as many guys at once as I would want to. Let's do the heal. We'll bring these guys in here. Probably take some shots with the privateers. The frigates. So the question is, do I want to heal the privateers or do I want to heal the frigates? Because the way people are positioned right now, we can't do both. Well, we'll take our shots while we still have the adjacency bonus from that admiral. We'll grab boarding party out of range here. Take him out. Bring this guy over to here. Our Caravel can take the instant heal. So if we go over to here and just heal these guys up. Alright, fine, let's do that. Do the fleet repair. It's not the biggest repair we could have done, but still pretty valuable. We've recovered both of our privateers. Although this guy might be dead anyways. I think I put him in a really bad position because he can be shot down by the longbowmen, attacked by the galleass, and then even have 3 privateers swing at him at once. So maybe we should get some more guys in here and kill. Well, we definitely want to kill this longbowman since he's already almost there. Do I want to swing the ship of the line in here? Right now he is protected by this hill, and the ship of the line is more valuable than the privateer, so we'll leave him where he is. Let's see, how much room do I have? I can't hit anyone from here. He'll wait there then. This privateer can sail over this way. This guy can get into our borders. And he'll heal there for now. And we'll upgrade one of these guys. Who has the most experience? This guy will become a frigate now that we have the iron and while we still have the money. And the caravel. Hastings is not at risk of being captured. We'll heal there, and that's the turn. Okay, so things are looking a little more stable. We're probably going to lose this privateer, which is definitely not what we want. We are training another privateer in Edinburgh, and we still have our Barbary Corsairs coming in, so not bad. Could have been better, could have been worse, but we are slowly working our way through the English fleet. Okay, so our privateer did survive. Luckily, the longbowmen decided to shoot Hastings instead of our privateer, otherwise we would have lost that, and we are happy to get our iron back from that deal with Germany. Open borders, we can definitely keep that going. In fact, let's just do a swap of open borders. Save on the gold there. And I can catch up on the questions from YouTube. So, there are a couple of votes for the hour-long episodes. But I think I'm going to put a cut in for YouTube here. And since it is a Friday, I'm going to do a longer stream. So we'll do two 40-ish minute episodes. So bonus for you guys here. And Trapper MMA asks, or points out that the turns are becoming very slow. Are you sure your PC is going to be able to make it to later era? Well, I'm not sure. We could get really long turns, or we could get a complete game crash. Hopefully it'll be fine. FB10 asks, or makes a comment that it's impressive that we were able to forge our religion on Deity. So in order to found a religion on Deity, you either need a faith-generating pantheon and a way to get early faiths, that's usually a natural wonder, or be a civilization such as the Celts or Ethiopia that lets you build up that faith really early off of your unique buildings or unique abilities. And then from that, being able to actually maintain your religion, in our case, we were able to build up sufficient pressure to hold off the other religions, and we were able to do that because the holy cities for the other religions were actually pretty far away. So Madrid here separated by water, and at a certain period of time by a hostile English force. We bribed them into a war, and so that had Elizabeth fighting off Spain's missionaries and prophets. And the other competing religion nearby, since there are only 7 religions on this massive earth map, was Judaism, which I think started in Russia somewhere. Is that right? I mean, not historically. Yeah, so Judaism started in Moscow. So we had a lot of time to get our own religious pressure going, and so that means that we are going to be able to hold on to Tengrism, at least on the Isle of Great Britain, for a little while. Now that England and Spain are at peace, Spain is going to be free to send over more missionaries, and we see missionaries here right now, and so that'll sort of mess up our pressure, but we have enough cities that we can naturally convert that back given enough time. But that is going to be where I'm going to put in a cut for YouTube. This is the end of episode 11. See you in episode 12. And for those of you who are watching on YouTube, And if episode 12 isn't up yet, check the playlist section and you should be able to find episode 12 there, because I think since I don't do these recordings on the weekend, I'm keeping it strictly weekday mornings, I'll spread out episode 12 to Saturday morning instead. So if you're eager for episode 12, look for that in the playlist for this series. And I'm going to take a brief period here to drink